The 30-yard line.
They're on the 29-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. To throw, it's Milton. To his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Here we go, set. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Milton. He hits Blue. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Set up. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw is Milton. Pass taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cowboys had 1 and 11 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Here we go, here we go.
Milton. Flush to his right. And this one too low.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. Mustang 19.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Milton now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tag. Warrior 70. Ready.
Now Milton.
And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mahomes now to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. (7-7) our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got room at the 30. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
In motion, Slayton.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score, Chiefs 14, Cowboys 7. Harrison Butker at the kickoff, 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and they're flailing.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
On first down, it's Blue. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go again with Blue. Shoves him aside. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second and 5.
Off the play fake.
Milton. Short pass taken in by...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
On the carry, this is Blue. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Milton
to the right side and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Come back. Hey, Ripley. Right side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
15. Right side.
Now Mahomes.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 60 yards.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
21. Cowboys 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pushing his way through.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Off play action. Milton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready? Dragon 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes going to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Hey, 57, colors, 57 colors.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. from midfield. Here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Darius Slayton from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
And oh, he coughed it up, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
If there's another stop, one of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
79 Bronco. Buffalo 18.
To throw, it's Milton.
Escaping the pressure right. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco,
46 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw is Milton. Dancing to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. They go with Blue between the tackles.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
And they'll run it here.
And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut, hut.
Here's Milton. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Go. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
15. Hey, Ripley,
now
Ripley.
Patrick going to change the play. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Handoff, Blue running right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Milton. Throw right side, Wilson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Throwing is Milton.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown. Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Fire down these two, fire down these two.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hero 15.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
It's Kelsey on the ground.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, 57, 57.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Xavier Worthy
With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.